Namaskaram. Another episode in our series of Mother Earth Speaks to Corporate. Welcome. So today we are entering to the 25th Pausaram. Very rich in content and meaning. And Sri Andal now sings only the praise of Lord Krishna. So let us hear the verse in a musical form and then explore what we could explore within the limited time that we have.
ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் ஒளித்து வளர ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் ஒளித்து வளர ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் ஒளித்து வளர தருக்கிலானாகி தான் தீங்கு நினைந்த தருக்கிலானாகி தான் தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சம் வயிற்றில் தருக்கிலானாகி தான் தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சம் வயிற்றில் நெருப்பென்ன நின்ற நெடுமாலே நெருப்பென்ன நின்ற நெடுமாலே உன்னை அறுத்தித்து வந்தோம் பறை தருதியாகில் நெருப்பென்ன நின்ற நெடுமாலே உன்னை அறுத்தித்து வந்தோம் பறை தருதியாகில் திருத்தக்க செல்வமோ சேவகமும் யாம் பாடி திருத்தக்க செல்வமோ சேவகமும் யாம் பாடி வருத்தமும் தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தெலோரம் பாவாய் திருத்தக்க செல்வமோ சேவகமும் யாம் பாடி வருத்தமும் தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தெலோரம் பாவாய்.
That was a very nice Behag rag. Thanks, Vimala madam. This rag is said to be the derivative of the 29th Melakarta raga, Shankarabharanam, but the origin is mostly from the Hindustani music. The raga is called Bihag. So here we call it as Behag. This Bihag is a very unique raga in the sense it is a raga for celebrating mood, and various ragas are best according to the mood and time of the day. This raga is played in the second quarter of the night, which is close to midnight, and at the time Lord Krishna was born. And the birth of Lord Krishna is an event to be celebrated. So there is a connection that we can have between the raga and the verse. So let us look into the verse details. Then I will pick up some points that can link us to the corporate. Even as I am explaining the verse, some points might come linking directly to the corporate. But later on we also can specifically look at those corporate linkages. This verse has got so much to explore, and within a short time that we have, let us see how best we can use the time and explore this verse. The usage of words, the placement of the words, and the forming of the sentence is itself is a big art. And Sri Andal has expertise in that. So she is a divine person, so nothing to beat her skill in all these items. So let us look at the Pasuram and enjoy the meaning and also the interesting parts of the lines. It starts saying, ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓர் இரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் வளர்ந்து. ஒருத்தி means one lady. Why one lady? They have a name. She could have mentioned the name of Devaki, the biological mother of Lord Krishna, and Yasoda, the foster mother, but she preferred not to because they are supposed to be her mother-in-laws. So mentioning their name could be an act of disrespect. Why get into the troublesome area? So let me talk only Uruti. Very beautiful. And it talks of two events. There is another one. பிறந்து வளர்ந்தது. ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் வளர்ந்து. There are two events, the birth and the growth. What is the significance of this? The way I see it, Lord Krishna remembered the 10 months of the jail kind of a place that Sita was put in by Ravana. He thought, I also should have a time in a prison, at least for a very, very short time. So that was one reason why he was born in the prison of Kamsa. The second reason for being born in the womb of Devaki is he had made a promise in one of the earlier Janma of Devaki that he will come and be born as a son for her in the normal process of human birth. So to fulfill these two, he was born in the prison through the womb of Devaki. That's the first reason. Why he decided to grow in Brindavan? Higher Padi it is called. I am referring for easier understanding. Brindavan. Why? So we had discussed in one of our earlier verses, couple of earlier verses, that the very purpose of Lord Krishna's avatar were two. One is to steal butter in Brindavan and enjoy. Number two is to marry Nappinai, who also was part of the Brindavan. So for fulfilling those two purposes, he had to grow in Brindavan. So he was born in one place and he grew up in one place. And then one of the purpose was to kill Kamsan. So he came back to Mathura, his birthplace, and completed his other work as well. Very beautiful. And we said that Pasuram said he just came in a jiffy and finished everything and went. For example, if some of the thing that comes to mind is being born in one place and growing in another place. Very common example that I can say is paddy cultivation. When you do the paddy cultivation, all the saplings the seeds are put in one place. They become small saplings. The saplings are removed and then replanted in a sequence, in a line, in the bigger field for their growth. That's how they grow. So they are born in one place and growing in another place, which gives you the best harvest. There is another one that comes to my mind. Since I said boardroom also, I mean the corporate link also might come in between. Another corporate thinking that comes to the mind is the mission of a corporation is born in a boardroom, but executed in the field and the growth happens. So another one that we can link with the corporate. The second one is Tharkilanagittan, Tingu Nininde Kanjan. Kanjan means Kamsan, the demonic king. So the Kamsa was not able to bear the growth of Lord Krishna, and he developed a lot of evil thoughts how we can reduce Kanna to nothing or kill him. So that's the sequence we take. Tharkilanagittan, Tingu Nininde கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சன் வயிற்றில் நெருப்பென்ன நின்று நெடுமாலை. Very beautiful meaning. It says the ladies in the Ayarpadi, the Brindavan, were filled with fear. Their stomach was full of fear, saying that Kamsa will come and do some harm to Krishna, our darling. So that fear was always burning in their stomach. And in Kamsa, there was a burning desire of killing Krishna. So the Krishna decided that he will take away all the fire of fear and transfer it to the belly of Kamsa, so that the effect of that vengeance and the killing mind is reduced, and that fear becomes a the fire becomes a fearing fear. So that's what it says. So the fear was transferred, all the fear was transferred into the stomach of Kamsa. And the rest, we know the history, how he got killed. Here it says, Arutitti Vandum Pare Tarudiyagil. Arthi means we have come to you and falling at your feet so that you can give us the salvation. If you give the salvation, we'll have the pleasure of being with you, and you are always with Lakshmi. Tiruttakka Salvamum. We will get that pleasure of staying with you when you are staying with your Lakshmi. Sevagamum Padi. So we'll have the opportunity of doing service to you and Lakshmi all the time. At the same time, all our sins will get washed out and will be pure, and we will be able to give the Kangariya on a regular basis. Tiruttakka Salvam Sevam Yampadi Vartamam Tirndu Magindu. So we'll be very happy to be there after taking away all the sins and doing service to you all the time. And another interesting aspect is this verse number is 25 in the 30 of the full Tirupavai. It is very significant. We are talking of the service to Lord. The 25th Akshara is Ma, which is part of the Om, which is the origin of everything that is spoken, everything that is written, everything is being done. That's a Om, Pranavam. Om is universally known. Even if you take the split of that, A-U-M. In Tamil it says A-U-Ma. The Ma is the 25th Akshara. The 25th Akshara represents Atma. The Ma represents the Atma, the Jivatma. The sole duty of the Jivatma is to keep doing seva to people and also specifically to Lord all the time. As one of the great Alvar, Namalvar says, Vadivila Kalam Udanai Manni. Without any break, without any tiredness, we'll keep doing the seva to you. See the connectivity. The 25th Akshara is Ma. The Ma is representing the Atma. The Atma is supposed to do the duty of servicing the Lord and others continuously without a break. And the verse is number 25. Very beautifully connected. So now let us look into the details of our corporate connection. Now to the lessons from the verse that will link to the corporate world and the current world. The first line I said, the Pirandu Valandu. The birthplace of all of us is a kind of a comfort zone. If we continue to be there, we'll feel comfortable, etc., etc. But for fast and good growth, we must come out of the comfort zone and move around, see the world, which will give you a better opportunity. This is one important lesson that we can link to the corporate. The second one I have already mentioned in the earlier explanation. The mission is developed in the corporate realm, but the execution and the growth happens in the field. They are not in the same place. The birthplace and the growth place is different. So we must be aware of that as well. The third one is Tarkilanagittan. Tarkilanagittan is and he is not able to bear the growth of Lord Krishna. Likewise, amongst us, there could be quite a number of people who are jealous of our growth. So they might develop some bad thoughts as to how we can prevent this person from this growth, put hurdles deliberately. So we must be watchful. I'm not saying that everyone will be like that, but the society is that. It's a competitive world. There could be people who don't like your growth. So we must be aware of that and eliminate or make friends with them and to do something to eliminate this kind of a phenomena. Actually, the evil thoughts are more dangerous than the evil actions. The evil actions you can handle, but the thoughts, they are invisible. You don't know what is going in the other person's mind. So you will not be able to handle. That is more dangerous. We do not know when, what will strike from those people. So be aware of those items is one of our important traits that we should develop. The other one that I want to bring here is, I will go back to the explanation of that Pasuram also for connectivity sake. So the first verse, Andal said, Namake Parai Tarwan, he will give us the salvation. A word that he will give. Narayan will give us the salvation. Here she says, in this Pasuram, on the 25th Pasuram, she says, we are here to seek salvation. If you give the salvation, where is the doubt? The doubt is not the real doubt. It is to say in an indirect way, we know that you will give it, but are we ready to take it? Now, we think we are ready. In the last 24 verses, we have done a lot of things. So, we are ready to take that salvation. So, another beautiful concept that comes out of the Pasuram. The opportunities are plenty. They are around us. Can we take everything? We cannot. We will have to prepare ourselves to get that. There is a saying, no, when you are ready, the opportunities will appear. So when you make yourself ready by continuous work, continuous improvement, growth, etc., opportunities will come to you. They are ready to be given to you. You will have to take it. You will have to earn that. That is another important lesson that we can pick up out of this Pasuram. And Neruppenan Indranudumale. Nerupu means fire. The fire discussion also is very, very interesting. There is always a fire in us, in our stomach. There are two types of fires. Fire. One is fear, another is a desire. The fire is inherent. Anything that is happening around, there is a small lurking fear inside, that's inherent. But the desire has to be stoked very regularly. That fire of a desire has to be stoked regularly. That we call it as a fire in the belly. The fire in the belly is the energy that will motivate you. So if you remember right, I had put a small slide where we talked of acid state, desire state, referred to the Chirvai Mori, Taniyan, Mikka Iranlayam, Mayyam Uralayam. In between there is a gap. That under the gap, there was a man lying on the fire. That fire is moving the entire thing. The post is moving. So very interesting concept that we can pick up out of the fire as well. And the last one is, we have a lot of wants, we have a lot of needs. Unless we announce them, no one is going to listen. It may not come to you automatically. It might be available, but certain things you have to ask. You may have to ask. Even the child does not get the milk unless it announces the hunger in him or her by crying out. And the mother knows the cry is for the food. So she gives. Unless they make the cry, mother will feel everything is okay. He is all right. He is still energetic. So we must ask whenever we want something. We must express that. We must announce and sometimes demand. Yes, I need this. I need this. Unless you do that, things will keep slipping from our hand all the time. So this is the thought that I can connect to the corporate on the link. I hope you find the connections matching well. So we'll continue our journey with our next. Before I close, I also would like to mention that Andal's mind was thinking that so far we had been praising a lot about Lord and all the avatars of the Lord. And in this Pasuram, at one point of time, Lord Kanna asked, "You have come to seek something from me, but you are praising everyone else, like Vamana, Rama." So, and she decided that now onwards, for the next five songs or verses, I will focus only on Krishna, not on any other avatars. So this song is also was only on Lord Krishna. The next 3-4 pasuram also will be only referring to Lord Krishna. So we'll enjoy the next 4 also. And the final is the time when she will get the salvation, a celebration time. So we also will celebrate it on that day. So till tomorrow, Namaskaram.